So apparently this video has been kicked off of several platforms. I need to know why. What was so terrible about what he said? Please help me out.
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
And the Israeli hard right government and I don't use that term lightly, okay? They're talking about basically removing 2.5 million people from there, okay? And honestly, they have a mandate to go seek justice and revenge. They do. There is this idea that
What are we doing here? However you slice this, senseless death was never acceptable. The things that he's speaking on, to me, it come down to two things: greed and power. That's it. If you want to add ideologies into it, cool. But at the end of the day, this is about greed, control, power, narcissism. I'm not really sure if this message here was exposing something beyond my understanding or what, but let's continue.
But there are some serious questions here, Patrick. And let me tell you, my pattern recognition over the last 5 years has become pretty sharp. COVID, Maui fires, Epstein. When I see a story and it doesn't click, our guts are usually right. So I've been to Israel many times. The whole country's a fortress. When I first heard this story, I still had the same gut instinct that I did initially. I find this very hard to believe. I've been to that Gaza border. You cannot go 10 feet without running into a 19-year-old with an AR-15 or an automatic machine gun that's an IDF soldier. Right, the whole country is surveilled, and so let me just kind of go through this. We don't talk about Israeli politics very often, and most Americans don't know this. The last 9 months, Israel is on the brink of civil war. It's not an exaggeration. This judicial stuff, there were hundreds of thousands of Israelis taking to the streets because Bibi Netanyahu was basically redefining the Israeli constitution. That's not an exaggeration, right? He said the judicial branch has too much power. There were protests planned this week against Netanyahu, where they anticipated tens of thousands of people to take to the streets. That's all gone, Patrick. Netanyahu now has an emergency government and a mandate to lead. I'm not willing to go so far that saying that Netanyahu knew or there was intelligence here, but I think some questions need to be asked. Was there a stand down order? Was there a stand down order? 6 hours?
Seven platforms completely took that down. Look, like I said, I'm not well versed in what's going on out there, and maybe I should be. Ignorance is not bliss. Maybe we should be more concerned and more aware of what's going on out there. Because I've seen stories, I've seen videos. I know it is horrible. I know it's horrible. There's innocent people dying, losing their loved ones, their homes, all that shit over some stuff that's going on between two individuals that essentially are measuring their penises. That's the best way I can surmise it from my own perspective. If y'all know more about this than me, educate me. Hey, I ain't above reproach. Teach me something. But I am definitely about to invest a little bit more into what's going on outside of this country, because you don't think it's going to affect you. And that's where the problem lies. Getting too comfortable. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about that clip.